Hey everyone, welcome back to our DIY channel. I'm Cassidy and this is Remodelaholic, where every week we show different DIY ideas and share with you how to create them for yourselves. Please be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of our new uploads, and hit that little notification bell so that you get notified whenever a new video is published. I don't know about you, but my kids are super into holidays. They are so excited for Christmas and they're always like, when's Christmas happening? Or back in July when their birthday's in February, they're asking when their birthday is. So today we're showing you this awesome holiday countdown that you can make for yourself using a printable from our blog, remodelaholic.com. The link will be in the description box below. You can print these out. And the best news is that, for example, for birthdays, you can edit it so that it says whose birthday it is that you're going to show off. We want to thank our sponsors, Canon, for working with us each month to create an awesome printable for you guys to use. We made two different options for this wood countdown board. One that's just a 2x4 board and one that is a piece of 1x4 with a 1x2 base to keep it stable. I can't decide which style I like more because I love them both, so tell me in the comments below which you like best of the four that we made. Cut your board to 16 inches. A miter saw makes it fast and easy, but you could also use a handsaw or get boards cut at the hardware store when you buy them. Sand each board for rough spots and ragged edges. You can use a palm sander or a sanding block. You just need to get the board smooth enough to paint or stain. Next, stain or paint your boards. Since we made 4 boards, we used a variety of finishes. The stain is special walnut, just one coat. The red board is painted with red acrylic craft paint, and the blue board is finished with our favorite color washing technique. We've used it on lots of our projects since it adds color but still lets the wood grain show through, and it couldn't be easier. Put a bit of paint in a container. This is about 2 tablespoons of paint, and add a little bit of water to water it down, about half as much water as you have paint, depending on the thickness of your paint originally. Then paint it generously, and before it dries, wipe it off like you would a stain. You can layer colors and wipe off more or less of the paint, so it's really easy to get a custom color. And bonus, using paint as a stain also helps avoid the splotchy blotches that can happen on inexpensive pine wood, like when you're using a traditional wood stain. While your paint or stain is drying, print out the printable set on your Canon printer with a thick paper like cardstock or matte photo paper, and then start cutting. If you haven't invested in a paper cutter yet, it's totally worth it. Even if you're cutting it all by hand, it doesn't take too long. Only about 1 episode of Parks and Rec on Netflix. Or am I the only one that gauges project length by a TV episode? Whoops. Moving on. If you're going to be using twine and mini clothespins, all you need is to cut the cards. If you'll be using hooks, punch holes at the star marks on each card. Once the stain or paint has dried, glue the 1x4 upright in the center of the wide side of the 1x2, like shown. Clamp the countdown board until the glue has dried, and if you're making multiple of these, you can stack and clamp them together like we did here, because these do make great gifts. Just saying. Now you're ready to finish up. On our first board, we used 1-inch small bend hooks that we picked up at the local hardware store for about $1. Lay out the countdown cards on the 2x4 board and mark the tops of your holes to place the hooks. Use a small drill bit to pre-drill the holes and then screw the hooks into your board. Later, we used a pair of pliers to screw the hooks in even further so they didn't stick out as far. On this countdown board, we've decided to just glue the days until card in place. You could use Mod Podge to seal it if you want, but I don't imagine this will be seeing a lot of wear or tear. On the blue countdown board, we used the same square hooks, but instead of glue, we nailed the days until card to the board using small wire nails, and I really like the look. There's so many ways you can customize this to fit your style and what materials you have already, so don't think you need to spend a lot of money on this project. We found some mini clothespins at the dollar store, so next we wanted to try a clothesline style for the holiday countdown board. On a 1x4 board, we pre-drilled holes in the front of the board and screwed in some small eye screws, and then tightly strung some jute twine between the two. There's probably a Boy Scout knot that would be more effective in keeping it tight, but a double knot worked okay. We used the same screw eyes on the red 2x4, but put them in the ends of the 2x4 instead of on the face of the board, so just to try another look. Add the countdown cards using mini clothespins and you are all set to get excited for Thanksgiving or Christmas or your next vacation, whatever it may be. Where would you put this easy countdown board in your home? I think it looks great on a holiday mantle, but my kids love it too, so it's easy enough that they can have one for their own room to count down their own birthdays 365 days from now. Or should I say 364. All 4 of these only took a couple hours to make, including drying time, so this is a great project for a craft night or a church group, or make a bunch for neighbors or teacher gifts. The supplies are so inexpensive and we're hooking you up with a free printable, so this is a super affordable gift idea for anyone on your list. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe and be sure to check out these 2 videos too. See you later.